Hi, this is Caroline. Welcome to Home, Family, and Happiness. Before we get started making the jam, I wanted to just a couple things. Last week I talked about my daughter's shoes that we got for school from Old Navy for $2, and I didn't have them, but here they are. Super cute. Also, at Fleet Farm, just like yesterday, found these for my kids. Super cute, like mini pies. There were 4 mini pie pans in it. It's by Norpro. And then they had 2 like lids to like cut the crisscross pattern or apples into your pie, which we did make some blueberry ones with my kids, and it was super fun. And my husband got me this awesome camera that I'm using, so I don't have to use my tablet for all my videos, so that's super exciting, and yeah, it's all good. Let's get started making some jam. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, of course, is buy your strawberries. You're going to want to make sure that they're not moldy. And then I'm going to be using this Sure-Jell to make it. I'm going to be doing, for the pectin, I'm going to be doing the regular cooked jam. I've done freezer jam in the past, but I have not done the regular jam, so I'm super excited to try this out. First thing you want to do is hull the strawberries, which is really a fancy word for just taking off the stem. So a melon baller works really well for this. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I should move this. Okay, so you're just going to want to take it and just pull it off like that. And you can stick your strawberries in another container. Take a potato masher, and you're going to crush them. And it kind of juices them, and it kind of cuts them up. And you can do it depending on how large you like your strawberry pieces in your jam. And then it'll start looking kind of like juicy like this. And you're going to want, for the recipe I'm using, you're going to want 6 cups of strawberries after they're crushed. So I guess they say that's about 12 cups of regular strawberries. So after you have all your strawberries crushed, and you've got 6 cups of crushed strawberries or 12 cups of uncrushed strawberries, your next step is to take a large bowl and to put all the sugar for the recipe into the bowl. And this one takes 4 cups of sugar. And then after you put in your 4 cups of sugar, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of it into a separate bowl with our pectin. So you're not going to be adding the sugar necessarily all at once. You're not going to add the pectin to all the sugar. So then after we've got our 4 cups of sugar, we're going to take a little bowl here. We're going to put a 1/4 cup of sugar into the little bowl, like this, and we're going to take the package of pectin that we have, if I can find it, there it is, we're going to put that into the little bowl with the sugar. Okay, so once you have those together, you can stir them up real quick, like this. Sorry, I meant to have everything ready and I forgot a spoon. Once you've stirred the sugar and the pectin together, you can just dump them right into the pan with the strawberries, and stir all that together. And if you want to reduce the amount of I am going to add, at this point, after I put in the pectin and 1/4 cup of sugar, I am going to add about a teaspoon of butter, and that just helps during the cooking process, so that there happens to be less foam at the top. And foam that you do have at the top, we are going to end up removing. So after you have all that in there, you're going to place it on the burner, and you're going to bring it to a full boil. And so you're going to want to boil it on high heat, and you're going to want to constantly stir it so it doesn't get scorched. And then once it's boiling and bubbling completely while you're still stirring it, you're going to add the remainder of your sugar, and you're going to from the other bowl, and you're going to continue boiling that for 1 minute. Okay, so I've finished boiling my jam, mixture, and I have removed the foam, which honestly, with a metal spoon, and honestly, this is all there was. I think it might be because I put the butter in, but to be honest, like I said, this is the first time I've done this. The next step is going to be kind of tricky. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually put some of my jam mixture into this, which obviously you're supposed to ladle it into the jars, but I thought I'd make a mess. So I'm going to try it this way and see if it works. I'll let you guys know. So pour it in. Oh yes, that's way better than ladling would have been. So you want to keep like 1/4 of an inch at the top for the expansion of it. And then you're just going to fill all your jars. Okay, so once you have all your jam in your jars, you want to go around them with a rag just to make sure there's no jam or anything in the way, so that when you put the caps on them, it can seal properly. Okay, so I got about 9.5 jars of jam out of this, and after you, of course, put the jam in, you put the lid on and you put the band around it. This is a canning pot. Actually, I don't know what it's called, but I call it a canning pot. You put your jam on the rack. I've got boiling water inside the pan. What I'm going to do is lower the rack into it, and I want the water to be 1 inch or 2 above the jars. And I'm going to put a lid on it, boil it for jam for 10 minutes. So after you have boiled your jars, you're going to want to take them out with the rack, and you're going to want to check the lid popper, and if it pops, then it's not sealed, and you'll have to refrigerate it. Otherwise, it lasts, leave it at room temperature for 24 hours, and then it lasts up to a year in a dry, dark place, and 3 weeks in your refrigerator, and you have yourself some homemade jam that will hopefully last a long time. Not in my family. With 7 of us, it goes really fast, so I'm going to have to make some more this summer. Yay! Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Oh, and come back for next time, because I will show you the finished product, since they have to sit for a day, and let you know how yummy it is. Bye. Oh gosh, there's my husband somewhere in there.
Oh, there.
Let's see up your nose. Here, who's on the strawberries?
Okay, you should probably restart.
Oh, come on. I think we're good.
No.
In a minute. Pause. I think I'm paused. Steve, I'm doing weird stuff, and I have to edit the video now.